Hi, welcome back to 2025.
Back on the road.
Yep, we've been holed up in Swansea for a month over Christmas, and now we've decided we start heading south, and we're sitting at Gunning Caravan Park. Beautiful place in Gunning, just off the Hume Highway, and
just south of Golden.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're at the showground here. It's a donation camp.
No power or water, but there is a dump point and water available if you need it, but you need to have your own power down here. And other than that, beautiful living spot, and you can fit a heap of vans in here, so I wouldn't worry about whether there'll be space when you get here. But a great spot. And we're on our way to Batlow tomorrow.
Yeah, head down the Hume Highway. We'll stick to Hume. We'll head down to Batlow, and then Batlow Showground I think we're going to tomorrow night, or we plan to, and then head down to the Murray. From there we're going to try to find the start at the source of the Murray and follow it along to
South Australia.
And we'll get out there and near Victor Harbour it comes out, so have a look around down there. And but the Murray's 2,000 kilometres long, so we'll probably be there for a while.
Yep, it'll take a while, so like and subscribe and travel along with us for the journey.
Just come through Tumbarumba and we're at Paddy's Flat Falls. Look at this. I think Paddy would be flat if he fell down there.
So, travelling along the Snowy Mountain Highway, we decided we'd go right to the source of the Murray as far as we could drive to anyway, without having a one-day hike in the Kosciuszko National Park. Went up to a place called Tongrogan, which is the furthest you can drive up to see the start of the Murray River. It starts out pretty humble, looks just like a creek flowing over rocks and stones, but believe you me, this is the start of the mighty Murray River, and it's amazing what it speeds along the way and how big this river does become.
Well, here we are at the Murray. It's to start our trip along. We've found a lovely free camp. It's called Indy Bridge. We've just parked the car over there to give a bit of a wind break so we can sit in the shade. Wind's howling at the moment. There's the van, but there's another van down behind those bushes, and that's about it. The rest of the place is empty. So we had a quiet night here last night. So I'm actually standing in the Murray at the moment. That's pretty nice. Earlier today we went for a drive up to Tongrogan Reserve, which is on the Alpine Highway or the Alpine Way, and it's right up near the source of the Murray. And we've been up there, and now we're down here enjoying this beautiful campsite. Might notice that Digby's not travelling with us this time round. We had to say goodbye to a much loved family member. Their old age is catching up with her. So she's gone to the Rainbow Bridge chasing kangaroos. This is our fourth day on the Murray. Just cooking up some chicken sticks for our dinner. Where are we, Ruth? Burrow Reserve. In Victoria. On the bank of the Murray River. It's widened right out from our first stop. We got here on Saturday morning and the place was pretty full. But this is Sunday afternoon and a lot of people have gone home after the weekend. Our first few days on the Murray has been fantastic, and the free camps we've had up here in the Upper Murray have been absolutely outstanding. The Murray is 2,400 kilometres long. Begins up near Mount Kosciuszko, and Indy Springs is like a little seat below Forest Hill up near Mount Kosciuszko where it starts, and then it runs over into South Australia, forming the border of New South Wales and Victoria along the way. Comes out near a little town into the Great Australian Bight, a little town called Dhangala. The river here is part of the Snowy Mountain Hydro Scheme. We actually saw it fall and rise and slow down as the water was being diverted into the hydro scheme, feeding electricity into Canberra and Sydney and all around here as well. 40% of all farms in New South Wales are down here in the Murray-Darling Basin. There are about 50 Aboriginal communities that live along the Murray. This part of the Murray we're in at the moment is in Yorta Yorta land. The Yorta Yorta people knew the Murray as Dhangala. Check out the landscape of this place, it's absolutely beautiful. But I bet you it gets cold down here in winter. Just drifting down the Murray, looking for the elusive Murray cod. Beautiful summer's evening. Wish me luck. This is day 7 on the Murray. We've moved to another camp spot. And as you can see, the river's still flowing and it's getting wider at every camp spot. We're not far off the riverbank with our caravan. And where are we now, Ruth?
Flocker campsite reserve in Howlong, a town called Howlong.
And how long in New South Wales?
And we're on the New South Wales side of the river, which means the bank is very steep. So getting down to have a swim is next to impossible unless you're a gazelle.
Which is a bit disappointing. The places we have been at previously have just been able to walk straight into the water and then walk into a gradual depth as well. It wasn't
straight in
over the edge. Here you've got about 2 feet of slippery mud and then you don't know where you're going to end up. All these trees and stuff in the river.
I think at this point the trick is to stay on the Victorian side of the river when you're up this high, because the Victorian side is more gently sloping into the river, whereas the New South Wales side is these steep banks.
Yeah, there's a lovely campsite, but the weather's warming up and we wish we could go for a swim. And we will. We just have to find somewhere to swim. I can't get over the beauty of the Murray. The Murray River primarily supports the agricultural industry, with 8,400 irrigated farms relying on its water for crops like rice, fruit, vegetables, pasture. 80% of the drinking water in Adelaide comes from, not in Adelaide, in South Australia, comes from the Murray River. Where we get to camp. Absolutely amazing. We're at Quatta campground number 2 down here on the Murray River. Look how nice this is. A lovely campsite. Some people just, need to wake up and smell the roses, realise where they are. They're a campsite, not a rubbish tip. There's just rubbish everywhere here. Got our trusty garbage bag. Going to clean up the mess that these other people have left. Need to name and shame these people. These old river gums are just amazing. The whole tree looks like it's been destroyed by lightning and storms. And at the top we got some nice green growth. It's a huge tree around the base. You go in here, there's a doorway to the tree. And we go inside the tree and look up. There's a bit of a swallow's nest there, or some sort of bird. I guess it's a swallow. I don't know. And there's a light where it's outside is shining in, but this is the inside of the tree. Not much holding the old girl together.
So although the Quatta National Park site was a lovely spot with a forecast of 42 degrees forecast for Australia Day weekend, we thought it might be wise to get to a place where we actually could swim, and we moved next door to the Kismet Caravan Park, which is a beautiful caravan park, lovely spacious drive-through sites, very feeling of privacy. Even though there was quite big crowds here over the weekend, we didn't notice it too much. Swimming pool and boat ramp and everything you could possibly want at this site, at this caravan park. It was $50 a night because it was peak time, but it is an absolutely beautiful site and well worth the money. I think in the ranking of caravan parks that we've been on around town, we've paid a lot more for a lot less. So this is well worth it.
We went out for lunch at the historic Balldale Hotel just down the road from where we're staying. That brings us to the end of this episode. Please follow along for the rest of our trip along the Murray, and please like and subscribe.